Yeah, I mean, he pitched very well. And Daisuke pitched, equally as well. And we just, the one, hit batsman.
Right.
That was the only run, but we had opportunities. I mean, we had runners on first and second a number of times. We also had a runner on second. And, we didn't get the bunt down. And, these things cost you, especially when you're playing, low-running game, low-scoring games. And we just gotta figure out a way to get this big hit, especially with 2 outs. That's so very, very important. And most of the time, who gets the most 2-out hits wins. And so we're going into the playoffs. That there are going to be a number of those situations. So we just have to remain confident, remain calm, and just believe you can do it.
What did you see of that back in the third inning on that play? You had the infield in, and that was just kind of a funny ball that went between those two on the right side.
Well, I couldn't really tell. I couldn't tell by the angle. You guys probably had a better angle than I did. And like I said, I really don't know because I couldn't tell.
Bottom line, pitched very well today. That one ball with the infield in, it just kind of like a single. Assess your performance today for us.
This kind of things happen. Early in the game, I felt like I didn't have as good a command as I did, down the stretch, last couple of innings. But just take the positives out of today. I was able to stay healthy all year, made all my starts. I set a career high in innings this year. So I just take the positives out of it and move on to the next.
I guess next start's probably going to be in a playing game, either here or in Pittsburgh. Obviously, you're going to be ramped up for that, right?
Of course. Whenever I do get the ball again, I'll be ready to go, ready to compete. Good news is I felt strong. I was able to, velocity was up. I had good command of the curveball today. So just take it into the next start and hopefully push us into further in the playoffs.
Hard to watch these next 3 games, last 3, when there's obviously not much you can do to help out in terms of throwing.
Well, somebody's got to sit there and watch them. It's tough, yeah, sitting on the bench, just not being able to get into the game. But I think it is what it is, and who knows? Maybe the last game. Maybe I'll have a bullpen session in a game. Who knows? You never know. I'm going to be prepared. To try to, not try to, but be prepared just in case if I am needed at the end of the year, at the last game, or whatever I need.
Talk about the importance of having that wild card here on Tuesday as opposed to having to travel to Pittsburgh.
It's home field advantage. That's definitely one difference. But we just got to go out and play our game. It doesn't matter, where it's at.
Yeah, he's good.
We've talked about this before. That's just the mindset of a base stealer is that get thrown out.
It happens. Stuff happens.
Everybody
gonna get thrown out. There's no perfect guy.
Were you surprised the throw got there as fast as it did?
No. I know he's a good catcher.
Have you faced him before? No, he's.
No, I just know about it. I've just seen him before, but I never faced him.
Did you get a good jump?
Nope.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
It wasn't that. He's good.
That's the funny thing, though. Like we talked about the baseman. Next time, this is done, and
What?
you just being thrown out is done. Your next one.
Yeah, it's not gonna stop me from going anymore. I'm still going. No matter.
Yeah, you got thrown out in the minors. Too.
Yeah, I got thrown out in the minors. I got thrown out every year, and it's okay. Stuff happens. I'm gonna bounce back and come back again and try it again.
You had a good series in Pittsburgh. You're obviously coming back now, and the stakes are huge. You talk about that and your involvement with this run.
It's a big series coming up. It's Pittsburgh. We had the same thing last series when we played them there, but it's gonna be mainly the same way here.
You got a deficit to make up now, but the team that you got to catch is coming in, so this should be fun anyway, as from a competitive standpoint.
Yeah, I guess worst case, if they win today, we're down 2 games, and that just takes us winning all 3 to overtake them. And anytime that you're playing a team that is ahead of you this late in the year, it's going to be exciting, and hopefully the fans come out and it's loud here, and we have a serious home field advantage.
Disappointing, obviously, for the offense to go quiet as it did the last 2 nights, and especially today.
Yeah, kind of the way baseball is. Sometimes guys are getting hits, and everybody feeds off of that, and we couldn't get anything going. And that big hit with runners in scoring position kind of avoided us today. But you know, like I said, that's baseball, and we'll come back and get them on Friday.
Can you play more relaxed knowing you're in the postseason anyway, and this series is not, you know, do or die? It's just do or die.
Well, I don't know about playing more relaxed. I think we all realize how important it would be to, if we have to do that one-game playoff, to get it here at home. And that being said, you know, we are in the playoffs, and that's a good feeling. But this one-game playoff changes things a lot. This could be one game and out if you don't come ready to play, and to get that game at home would be really big for us.
Come up offensively today, even yesterday a little bit, but either way, season's coming down to these 3 games coming up.
I wouldn't describe it that way. I don't think the season's coming down to these three games at all. We're in the postseason. We got a wild card berth. This series could depend on, you know, who gets home field advantage, which is, you know, huge. You know, obviously you want your fans on your side when you're playing a one-game series. Even though I think history shows every game thus far that's been played on the road has been won by the road team in the wild card, I believe, in the National League. Yeah, I mean, it's a team we're going to face in that wild card if we don't win the division, probably, and it's a team right now that you know the season series is tied at, so there's going to be a lot of intensity. Hopefully, our fans come out and show some intensity because, you know, personally, I felt like this past series against the Mets, even though the Mets aren't a playoff team, there just wasn't a lot of energy in the ballpark, and that's why home field advantage matters. You know, energy from the fans gives the players energy, and we feed off that. So, you know, we're looking forward to it as players. Hopefully the city's looking forward to it, and hopefully we can make a run at it.
You know, you just said it's not do or die. You're in the postseason as it is. Can you play a little more relaxed knowing you, A, are in, and B, just had a good series against them in their place?
I think everybody should be relaxed to a point, you know. You don't want to be too tense because then you tend to make mistakes. But there's a fine line, you know. When you're relaxed, you still want to have intensity. So you don't want to be relaxed and not intense. So you know, I think everyone's ready for it. I think guys are upset that we lost the series, but you move on. Like I just said, we're playing in the postseason. It might not be a 5-game series to start, but we have an opportunity to move on, and that's all we can ask for right now.